Today I'm going to teach you how to play the Connect 4 fraction game. This game is basically like Connect 4, only with fractions. So for the game, you'll need 2 players, the Connect 4 game, and labels to label the game pieces, and something to write with to make the labels. So to start out, you'll want to label your pieces. You'll label the pieces with the fractions you want to play with. If you want to play with 2 fractions, say 1/4 and 1/3, then label half of the red pieces 1/4 and half of the yellow pieces 1/4, and then label half of the red pieces 1/3 and half of the yellow pieces 1/3. The important thing is to make sure that the fraction labels are distributed equally amongst both colors. Then each player will take their turn dropping their game piece into the board, just like as if you were playing Connect 4. But this is Connect 4 with a twist, so the aim is for the player to line up their fraction pieces to make a whole. So, for example, if you play a yellow piece that's 1/3, you'll want to line up 3 of those to make a whole. To win the game, you need to make a whole with your pieces or make the most holes out of the entire board. So, for example, with this board, a winning move was made here, because 3 of the 1/3 pieces were lined up. You can see a winning move was also made here because another 3 of the 1/3 pieces were lined up. So the person who played with the yellow chips won this game. But you can also play a variation of the game where one hole means that the player wins and the game ends. So in this case, this hole played at the bottom row could mean that that player wins and the game ends if you want to play with this version. Variations can also be played of this game, where instead of just playing with 2 sets of fractions, you can play with as many as you want, maybe 3 or 4. You could play with 1/2, 2/3, 3/4, 1/3, and 1/4, etc. Just make sure you always distribute the fraction labels equally amongst the colored game pieces. And most importantly, have fun learning your fractions.